My day began early with watering the construction site, and in the soft glow of the morning sun, the house looked even more beautiful. Once the watering was done, I headed back home to make myself a warm cup of tea. By 10 a.m., I had already squeezed in some productive study time. Just as I was wrapping up, the masons and laborers arrived to start their day's work. Carrying some drinking water, I returned to the site to check on progress. Afterward, I headed to the market to bring back materials. Now, let me show you something interesting from my town. Jump, this is our garbage collection vehicle in action. And here, look at our loyal dogs guarding our home. They're taking a peaceful nap right now. Later in the evening, my dad and I went to Manish Electricals to return some extra electrical supplies. We also picked up a large tub to mix the cement for the upcoming work. After that, we visited Lokmanya Hospital, where my dad got his TT injection. The next day, I took out all the covering blocks from the water, getting them ready for packaging, which I'll likely finish tomorrow or the day after. Today we had bricks delivered for the construction. Here's a look at the backside of our house where the construction is coming along. Power cuts are a constant issue here in Jamkid, so we got delayed with the watering today. I ended up finishing the task on the terrace in the dark. Oh, and take a look at this yesterday. The kitchen plastering for the tenant's side was completed. Today, the team will be working on the plastering for the entire right side of the house. The day started with a call from my uncle to join him in the fields for the soybean harvest at Sautada. He asked me to bring along a tarp, so I grabbed it and set off on my Hero Honda Splendor Plus. The journey took me through winding roads and a long, scenic mountain pass, where I passed Renuka Devi's temple perched on the hill. As I rode further, I came across rows of towering wind turbines scattered across the landscape. Finally, I reached the field, where the soybean harvest was already in full swing. We had managed to hire laborers for the job, and thankfully the fields had dried up after days of rain. But it seemed like more rain was on the horizon, so we quickly started piling the harvested soybeans into heaps. My uncle, Vasant Sanap, was skillfully stacking the crops while the laborers brought in more from across the field. Meanwhile, in the lower field, preparations were underway for planting chili, with workers laying out mulching paper for the next crop. Suddenly, an unexpected drizzle, often called a thief's rain in these parts, began. We all gathered under the tarp I had brought for shelter. After about half an hour, the rain stopped and I moved to the nearby onion shed where I helped lay the remaining mulching paper. By this time, it was 3:30 p.m. and I had to head back to Jamkt. I arrived at the construction site by 5 p.m. The left side of our house had been fully plastered, and work was about to begin on the new hall the next morning. But throughout the day, both my mum and I had been dealing with severe tooth pain, so we decided to visit Missile Dental Clinic. The doctor suggested I get a root canal done. After the clinic, we made a quick stop at S-Mart Mall for some shopping, where we looked at tiles for a Ganpati showpiece for our front door. By the time we returned home, the plastering of our living hall was complete. Later that evening, I went back to Jamk to pick up a couple of showpieces. I really liked 2 of them and brought them home. Afterward, I spent some time watching lectures on the Black Matches design website to learn DaVinci Resolve for editing my videos. I've noticed some of you aren't liking my videos recently. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share the channel with your friends. It really helps. Thank you so much for your support.